Hi ladies, so in today's video we're going to be answering a couple of questions that I saved because they were really interesting and I thought they would be helpful for lots of people. We have two really interesting topics to discuss. The first question is dating related and the second question is more femininity and dating related. First of all ladies, if you're not on my Patreon, then come over and check out the tiers. Also, if you're wanting a consultation with me in person or via telephone, then definitely go ahead and drop me a DM or send me an email. All of the information is in the description box. Also, it's my birthday week. My birthday is on Sunday, the 15th of January. So I've put a link to an Amazon list, a list that I made in case you wanted to send me something. I've had a couple of people ask already, so I thought I would put the link in the description box. Any fellow Capricorns, comment below and let's get into the topic. What to and not to talk about on a date? This is a good question and we're going to delve into this. I have read something in the past. I think that this was in Robert Greene's The Art of Seduction. I think it was in that, or it could have been something different, but I feel like it was actually in that book. I listened to the audio version on YouTube and I remember something being said about when you make somebody speak about themselves, their own experiences and, you know, just their lives, all about them, they feel happier in that conversation because it's about them. And like I mentioned to you ladies in my last live stream, every single thing in life is about you. It's about I. And that goes for everybody else also. Everything in life. This is what we're like, from babies to toddlers to teenagers to adults to elderly people, and it's what the animal kingdom is like as well. It's what we are all like. I. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just the truth. So when you are on a date and you're bringing things back to them, their lives, them, they are able to feel happy and really come away from all of the conversations about themselves that they've had with you on that date and feel good about it, feel happy, feel like, oh, really had a good talk there because they got to speak about themselves without them really realizing that that is actually why they really thoroughly enjoyed it. It's about speaking about people's highs and keeping it positive about them and their lives, but also if they take it in a more deep level, then that is great as well. As long as you're putting the conversation about on them, you're making things mainly majority about them, their upbringing, places they've traveled to, their most exciting maybe experience in life, maybe the most shocking experience they've had. Especially when you're dating older men, they have lots more stories and lots more things that have happened in life anyway, majority of the time. So I'm sure they're going to have some stories and it will be an interesting conversation. With this, you are, two birds in one stone and all that, because he's going to feel good coming away from that conversation, coming away from that date because of the conversations about him. And you are also going to get what you want out of it, which is to know more about him. That is important. You need to know about this person. Things not to speak about on a date is how much money does somebody make. You can go home and Google that if you want to. I feel like it's just so tacky and it's very silly to actually ask somebody how much money they make. You might as well just go ahead and ask them for a copy of their passport, for their national insurance number, for their fingerprints and some of their DNA. That's what you might as well go ahead and do. You don't do that, so make sure that you don't do it and you be a lady and you don't ask things that are just inappropriate to actually ask when you can just Google it. So you don't ask that. That's what you do not speak about. But speaking about his work and what he does, his profession, something that takes up a lot of his time and his day-to-day life, there's nothing wrong with speaking about that at all. So make sure you don't bring the finances into things unless he brings that up, then that's great. But otherwise, don't do that. Another thing not to do is to be speaking about other men, your insecurities, things that make you sad, all of your woes in life, and to also be trying to make yourself sound like you are desperate for attention. You know, there are sometimes when people say things like, oh my gosh, I'm really pretty, or I'm so smart, I'm so funny, it's just like, girl, don't do that. So they are things not to do as well, because it just makes you come off like somebody who is very insecure with themselves. So make sure that you're not actually going ahead and doing that. And you know, just don't be tacky, just be yourself, be who you are. But at the same time, you need to be a little bit reserved, because you're on a date with somebody who you don't even know. You need him to be opening up, telling you information about himself, so that you can get to know him better. If you're speaking about you all the time, then you can't do that. So just keep your things kind of light. If he asks something, answer it quickly, and then ask him something else about himself. And that's a way to keep the conversation going as well. Lots of times with these older men, they can waffle on for a very long time about themselves anyway, so this will not be a problem. Believe that this will not be an issue. Most of the date will be taken up by him speaking about, you know, his life, his stories, his experiences, and those things anyway. So you won't really have an issue with that, unless he is somebody who is a little bit sneaky, trying to figure out everything about you. Then I would be suspicious. Other things that will be good for you to speak about are places that you have traveled to, or some things that you have done, but then bring it back to, but I haven't done that and I would love to. Oh my gosh, that would be amazing as well. So it doesn't seem like you've hit the climax of things in your life. There are still things that he can help you out with. There are still things that you have not done yet, and he can help you to do those things. And I think that that is very important to, from the first date, you're showing him that, you know, I've done certain things, or I have this or whatever, but at the end of the day, I don't have everything. And you know, there's room for you to come in and, you know, be that strapping, I think. Be that strapping man that, you know, this woman needs. You know, the next question is from Sarah. She said, some of us are conscious of femininity and are high maintenance. We're pretty and we have feminine appearance, but still struggle in terms of embodying the feminine energy from inside. Some of us are inherently uptight, easily triggered by these stupid men, and want it our way or the highway, lol. So it does not come naturally to us to just relax. Can you please make more videos on feminine embodiment energy work? Yes. So let's speak about this very meaty topic right now, which is how to still remain feminine when some of these guys just drive you up the wall. So you look feminine, you're pretty, but internally you're not feminine, okay? So this is fine. You don't have to be feminine internally whatsoever. Not everybody even like fully is, you know. At the end of the day, as long as you're getting what you want out of something is beneficial for you, your dating experiences, I don't feel like you have to be this 100% feminine woman. I really don't. You either are because you want to be, or you're just not. I would not say I'm 100% feminine whatsoever, because I will get sassy in 2 seconds. But the difference is that sometimes I choose not to if I feel like it's going to be a better result for me. That's the difference. Okay? So yes, you can be feminine on the outside, and you don't have to do the internal feminine work. You don't have to. As long as you can seem like you're feminine to this person, and, you know, like you're not getting upset by things that are being said, then you're still going to have the upper hand if you know how to play things correctly, which is obviously by not going off and switching on somebody, because when you do that, then they're going to think, okay, she's angry, she's one of these crazy women. You know how men, as soon as they wind you up 500,000 times, and as soon as you finally snap, you're crazy, and all women are crazy. When really it's because, you know, they've been pushing your buttons and you've not been saying anything about it. So then you can kind of explode sometimes. So if the feminine, more passive thing doesn't work for you. Of course, if you're going to be married, you need to know how to like discuss things. But if you're just dating, it's just a sugar daddy, I just don't feel like it's that serious. I really don't. That's personally my stance on that. And I don't feel like you have to fully be feminine internally. I really don't. As long as you look feminine, you sound it, and you are not being combative, argumentative, you're not seeming erratic and crazy, all of these things that men love to label us with. As long as you're not doing that, then I feel like that still is you acting in a feminine way. You said that you're easily triggered. I feel like not even just a case of trying to be feminine, but just a case of being healthy and content mentally and internally. You've got to try to take that chill pill and just relax. Just realize that it's not that serious. It's not that serious. It's not. Yes, men are going to be annoying. Yes, they are going to wind us up. Yes, they are going to make us just want to wring their necks. Yes. Yes. And we also do that to them. But it's about you not allowing that to affect your happiness, not allowing it to affect you, you know, with your health as well. You can have things your way, but when you get uptight quickly and you start getting irritated with people, they don't want to give you what you want because the way that you're acting is annoying to them and it's unattractive. So the best way to get what you want and have things your way or the highway is for you to portray this feminine, you know, embodiment. To portray it. That's the best way. And when you portray it in these moments when he's annoying you so much and really you just want to cuss him out, but instead you're smiling and, you know, whatever. Unless it's something really ridiculous and yes, you need to put him in his place, then fine. But if it's something that shouldn't really be that stressful to you and irritating, then just let it go. And your revenge, your payback can be, you know, getting, you know, a shopping spree or getting something like this or whatever. I feel like that's the healthier way to kind of do it and to think about things, because men are going to be men at the end of the day. They're always going to get under our skin sometimes and be kind of annoying, and it's just up to you to understand how you want to deal with that. Do you want to deal with it in a positive way that's going to benefit you, or do you want to be irritated, be angry, lose out on that dating opportunity and what it could have brought to you beneficially, and also possibly not be looking after yourself, your wellness, your happiness? So you've got to work on that. Just try to, in that moment when you feel agitated, breathe, smile and recoup. Then you respond. Okay? You plan things out first. You portray this feminine embodiment, but you don't have to be there all the way. But you just have to look feminine 100%. You have to sound it, and you also have to portray it. And I feel like that is literally enough. On that note, I'm going to love you and leave you here. I hope this was helpful. And yes, I will see you ladies in my next video. If you are participating in the challenge, then comment below so we know who is involved in the challenge, and also follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you in my next video.